Okay, this is 4.1, estimating area using reference from previous chapters. We know what the word referent means. All it is using another object or visualization to make reference to whatever it is you're measuring. For example, when we're talking about a referent for an inch, well, we used the width of our thumb, okay? Or a referent for the measurement for a foot was a human foot. So that's what a referent is. Try these. Think of other objects similar in size and shape to the following. A compact disc. Okay, so we got to think about what would be like a compact disc. The only thing I could think of was a small dinner plate. I'm sure you guys could think of other reference for a compact disc, okay, or other similar objects. A cell phone. Well, a cell phone, what would be similar to a cell phone? So if I was thinking about how big a cell phone is, what could I say? The only thing I could think of was a small box of disposable Kleenex or package of Kleenex that my wife would put in her purse. So I could say a package of Kleenex. Okay, that's all I could think of. Maybe you guys can think of something else. Okay, so Justine is the manager at a community center. She needs to estimate how much floor area needs to be cleared to make space for table tennis. As a referent, she uses a floor tile, which is about 1 foot by 1 foot or 1 square foot. Number 1, measure an area of 1 square foot and compare it with the top of your desk. Estimate the area of your desktop. Okay, well, you guys are all probably sitting at a desk. I'm looking at a desk right now, and if I want to make a guess as to how big my desktop is, it looks like it would be about 3 feet or by 2 feet. Okay, so about 3 tiles going one way and 2 tiles going the other, and so 3 times 2 is 6, so my desktop is about 6 square feet. Okay, Justine estimates an area of about 200 floor tiles is needed to play table tennis. Okay, so that's about how big the area of the room needs to be for her to fit in some table tennis tables. Number 2, a large number like 200 floor tiles takes time to count. For a larger referent with an area of about 1 yard by 1 yard, which is 3 feet by 3 feet, 1 square yard, which would be quicker to count. So 1 square yard is 3 feet by 3 feet. We want to find the area. 3 times 3 is 9. So 1 square yard is 9 square feet. So come up with some kind of a referent that would give us an area of 1 square yard, and the only thing I can think of for a referent for a yard is just one of my strides. So if I take a step from back foot to the front foot is about a yard, so all I can think of is 1 step by 1 step. 1 step forward and then turn to the right or left and do another step, and that's about 1 square yard. Measure an area of 1 square yard and compare it with the area taken up by a person doing a jumping jack. Estimate the area of the front of the jumper. Okay, well, I'm thinking jumping jack, that's about 1 stride from here to here. Looks like about maybe 1.5 yards. And I'm thinking probably from here to here would probably be close to 2 yards. Okay, so we want to find the area taken up by somebody doing a jumping jack. It's just 2 times 1.5, okay, which is about 3. So about 3 square yards is the area taken up by 1 jumping jack. Example number 1. This part of a ruler has an area of about 1 square inch. What other reference can you think of for areas of 1 square inch and 1 square foot? Okay, so we'll think about that. What objects have an area of about 1 square inch? Okay, well, got to think about 1 square inch. Basically, the only thing I can think of, if I'm looking at my body part, is probably my thumb. From the tip of my thumb to the first knuckle, to the first joint, and then across. So I could say, I'm just going to say the end of my thumb. Okay, I'm sure there's lots of other objects you guys can think of. What objects have an area of about 1 square foot? 1 square foot. Well, another object. I would say maybe something close to a textbook. Textbook is close to 12 inches by 12 inches. Okay, that's a good reference to estimate a square foot as a textbook. It's a little bit narrower than a foot, but it's also a little bit longer than a foot, so it will even itself out when we're calculating the area too close to 1 square foot. Okay? Reflecting, which unit would you use to measure the area for table tennis? Square inches, square feet, or square yards? Why? Well, we probably want to use square yards because we're talking about measuring a room. Okay, we could use square feet or square yards. It doesn't really matter. We have an idea how big a square yard is. We have an idea how big a square feet. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. Most areas are measured in square feet. Sometimes they're measured in square yards or square meters. I personally like to visualize area in square feet because I can understand that. I get a picture in my mind as to how big that area is, because a typical bedroom, your bedroom at home, is probably close to between 100 and 125 square feet, usually about 10 by 10 or 10 by 12, something like that. Okay? All right, so that's all there is for 4.1. Go ahead and do the practice.